Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brett Calhoun, and I'm going to be doing a little refresher here. We kicked off season 2 of Street Samurai a week ago, and I'm uploading the first episode. Still struggling a little bit with the audio. I apologize in advance for it. It's still pretty good. You guys might have noticed some hiccups with the Tales from Ascalon series that just premiered last week as well. But enough with that. We're focusing on the story right now. So season 2. So with Street Samurai, the first thing I want to get out of the way was that this was a series that was already kind of in production before it made its way to YouTube. So that's why it seems like the story kind of started halfway through, which is why I started the series off with a short little video of me explaining, hey, this is what happened, this is what's going on, and all that. And I figured, you know what, with all the technical issues of season 1, maybe I should do another refresher video to kind of catch everybody up on where everything is, what's been going on. And then, that way, let's say you don't want to watch all of season 1, although I hope you guys do, obviously. But let's say you don't, we'll see, you can come to season 2 and watch this video instead, and I'll give you the lowdown on what all has happened. So let's start out this story here, if you will. The story all begins in the corporate center here, where all of our players got hired by the corporation Tiger Bomb, and that's Tiger Tiger, and then bomb as in like salve, like BALM, not bomb as like explosion. And they got hired by this guy called Morton, and Morton is this dirty, sleazy corporate leader. He's willing to do whatever it needs to get done, and he kind of runs this mercenary group for Tiger Bomb that cleans up the messes, wet work, and all that nasty stuff. And he's absolutely ruthless. And he hired the team to do a bunch of jobs that to follow some people, to also try and stop people from attacking Tiger Bomb facilities and such. And one common theme that happened a lot through season 1 was this guy called Dr. Caspian kept appearing in there. And in the very, very first session, which wasn't on YouTube, the players investigated this yacht, which was like this floating research facility, and they found Dr. Caspian's corpse. And he'd been shot in the head, and he was dead. And he was surrounded by a bunch of other dead people that had been exposed to this very strange chemical-like substance that turns people into psychos. And and they thought that was it. Story's done. They had some recordings of Dr. Caspian explaining the type of research he was doing, and it even showed him get shot in the head by a Tiger Bomb security guard, no less. And we thought that was the end of it. Well, later on, the players had to go investigate this other Tiger Bomb research facility, and this one was under attack by this booster gang called the Glow Punks. And they're these guys that they love, they have like very bright cybernetic arms and such. And they're led by this guy called Loco, who, we don't really know what was going on, but he went there and he just slaughtered all of the scientists, all the personnel there and everything. And strangely enough, when the players had a showdown with him, he had Dr. Caspian held at gunpoint. And some of the players, they didn't know how to react to that. They didn't know what was going on. But sure enough, it was Dr. Caspian in the flesh, and they had to try and do this hostage negotiation thing. Unfortunately for the players, they suck at talking to people. We got two people right now that are strong but silent types. We got a crazy chick who's a doctor, and then we got a damn near sociopath who is he's interested in making himself as powerful as possible at the cost of being able to talk to people. So, the players are kind of in a situation where, game-wise, they're really good at combat. They're really good at some other stuff, but when it comes to talking, they're hurt. And so when it came to this hostage negotiation thing, they really tried to press one method. They tried to put a square peg through a circle hole, and it just didn't work. And they decided that, if they couldn't do that, they were going to try and use force. And unfortunately, that led to Dr. Caspian again getting shot and killed. So, now we've got him killed twice that we know of. And, the party came back, and once again, also, they witnessed more of that chemical substance that turns people into crazies. We don't know what to really be said about that, although Dr. Caspian seems to be directly linked to that substance. But, they came back, reported it to Morton and such, and they really started to get chafed under his leadership because he was paying them squat. I mean, these players, God bless them, they're spending more money on these missions than they are making. And, so they're getting kind of tired of it. And to cap things off, we got one of our newer players, Kat, played by Jamie, who we did a flashback episode of. She was one of Morton's original employees, because Morton had a team before the main party. And we got to witness how that party got completely killed. And, Jamie's character is the only one that survived, so she knows just how duplicitous Morton can be. And strangely enough, in that session, Dr. Caspian got killed again. So, we don't know what's going on, but in that session, the players went to, they traveled to the West Hill Gardens, and they got to meet Dr. Caspian's wife and children. And they got a hold of this data chip that had Dr. Caspian's biological material and data and such in it. So maybe there's a connection. Some of the players think maybe it's cloning. That's definitely a possibility. I mean, we are dealing with cyberpunk here, so we'll see what happens. But while this is all going on, the players were approached by this guy called Heckler, and Heckler is this dirty street dealer. And let's see, where is he? Oh, there we go. And he, he's a fixer, and he works on this place called Gibson Avenue, and he's essentially a street version of Morton. So he wants to get the party to work for him, to take care of jobs and such, to make money. And so he, he made a deal with the players that, look, I can get you guys here, but you got to give me 7 days to prepare in advance, so that way they'll have a place to live and everything. With that 7 days, things really started to come down to the wire. The players were god awful at keeping a secret. So Morton naturally became aware that they were going to try and jump ship, and nobody jumped ship on Morton. And so it kind of became a race against time as were they going to be able to escape Tiger Bomb before Morton really clamped down and took them out or not. And it really ended with this climactic battle with the party trying to escape from the Tiger Bomb facility with all the security guards beating the crud out of them. And our last episode of Season 1 ended with them just barely making it onto the train platform and escaping. They're all beaten up. They're all just completely fried. But, they're alive. And at the end of the day, that's really all you need to keep trucking. So, that's pretty much the story. There's some other details too. But, if you really want to get into that stuff, I recommend you just check out the season 1. But, that's the main details and such. So until then, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and check out the upcoming episodes of Street Samurai. Season 2 is going to be fantastic. I am really excited about it. I'm now understanding the rules a lot more, getting my hands on the modules and the source books that are out there, and there's quite a few. And so I'm starting to get a hang of understanding how everything works. And you'll probably see in Season 1, I've done some homework, I've read up on the rules quite a bit, but, there is a lot of stuff. This is a complicated game. So with Season 2, it definitely seems like I'm coming into my own a little bit, and we're going to get a bit more creative too. You guys have probably noticed the last couple episodes of Season 1 were very combat oriented. I am trying to avoid that as much as I can. Combat's fun, but I know it can get a little boring at times. So I want to try and inject some talking stuff, which our players suck at, and some other stuff that'll be real good fun. So I think that you're going to get a lot more of that in the upcoming episodes. But until then, I hope you guys have a good day, and I really look forward to talking to you guys later. Hey, before I leave on you, if you have comments, please comment. If you have questions, please ask. I really want to hear what you guys have to think about this show. I am very new to the YouTube scene, and I'm definitely learning a lot. So, if you guys have recommendations, suggestions, maybe good plot ideas even, that might just make its way into the story. We really want you to be part of it. So, please, comment, subscribe, like, dislike, do whatever you guys want to do. But I'd love to have you be part of the conversation. All right. Well, thank you so much, and best wishes to you guys.